Dakota Ditcheva may have a serious new problem, and this threat isn't coming from the UFC rankings or any current champion. It's coming from a fearless 21-year-old striker who just entered MMA and immediately started finishing opponents like a veteran. Her name is Smilla Sundell, and after her latest dominant performance, fans are already wondering if she could be
knees, elbows, punches, all of it. Sundell not disappointing in this debut, down to our final 10 seconds, and that is the end, ladies and gentlemen. No more questions. The answer is here. Smilla Sundell in her debut.
Introducing first, out of the blue corner, she stands at 173 centimeters tall, weighing in at 125 pounds, holding a Muay Thai and kickboxing record of 31 wins and 5 losses. Training out of Airtex Training Center, representing Sweden, Smilla Hurricane.
I hope I try something new this fight, but I don't want to tell you guys that.
Let's the next woman to challenge Dakota's reign as the most dangerous striker in women's combat sports. Sundell didn't just win her debut. She made a statement with brutal knees, elbows, punches, and non-stop pressure that left no doubt she belongs at the top level. What makes Smilla Sundell so dangerous is that she isn't a normal prospect. She already built a reputation in striking as a former one championship Muay Thai world champion.
Knees, elbows, punches, all of it. Sundell not disappointing in this debut, down to our final 10 seconds, and that is the end, ladies and gentlemen. No more questions. The answer is here. Smilla Sundell in her debut.
Champion with more than 30 wins. Most fighters need time to adjust when they move into MMA, but Sundell skipped the learning phase completely. In her first fight, she delivered a first-round TKO and looked like she had been competing in mixed martial arts for years. That kind of transition instantly caught the attention of fight fans around the world. Now the comparisons with Dakota Ditcheva are impossible to ignore. Dakota has dominated the PFL with sharp precision striking, body shot knockouts, and calm violence under pressure. Sundell, on the other hand, brings chaos, aggression, and overwhelming forward pressure. If Dakota is calculated destruction,
elbow, there you go.
Sundell is pure storm energy. That's what makes this potential matchup so exciting. It wouldn't be striker versus grappler, it would be elite striker versus elite striker, with both women capable of ending the fight in seconds. Dakota still has the advantage of proven MMA experience. She has already shown she can dominate high-level opponents and carry her power into real championship fights. Sundell is still early in her MMA journey. But sometimes talent arrives fast, and that's exactly what people are seeing right now. Smilla Sundell looks like a future star who may already be ready for the biggest names in the sport. So the real question is no longer whether Dakota Ditcheva is dangerous. Everyone knows she is. The new question is whether Smilla Sundell,
Two-rank bantamweight contender Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison attempting to make, I should say, let's give it a few seconds here, making 135. There it is, 135.0 for the first time in her career. I mean, that right there is the first most important thing for her to have success.
Amanda, who do you got this weekend, and who would you rather fight after the fight's over?
I have Kayla by decision, and honestly, I'm the champion, you know? Either one, I'm gonna be ready for.
You were talking about how if Kayla Harrison wins, you would come back and fight her. If Juliana wins, would you still come back and entertain a third fight with her?
Definitely. I miss you so much. My baby's big now, so we actually should not always sleep at night. We have trouble at home, so I was very concerned about that because, you know, we need sleep as a fighter. We need sleep. We need, rest. And now my baby's big and I'm ready to go. Kayla or Juliana, I'm gonna be ready. Actually, I'm ready to stay here, So we're gonna take the belt back. I'm gonna defend as long as possible. As long as my body can handle, I'm gonna be here.
Okay.
So let's
and
go.
John?
Now that she's come in the UFC and she's actually won the belt and fought her way up, Amanda, people respect what Amanda did here. So I agree with you. It felt big. It was a badass. Then it was all organic. That was fake. We had no intentions of her going up into the octagon. I actually had to tell the guys to let her up. They weren't even letting her in. So yes.
Stop scrolling right now because one of the biggest names in MMA just snapped, and what she said has the entire fight world divided. The fighter is Ronda Rousey. The target is everyone questioning her comeback, and the line that shocked fans was simple: "It's not my ovaries that are fighting." Yes, she really said it, and instantly the MMA world exploded. Ronda Rousey is now being linked to a possible return after nearly a decade away from MMA. Rumors of a showdown with Gina Carano have fans talking, but many critics are asking the same question: is she too old to come back? Rousey clearly hates that narrative. She says male fighters return all the time without hearing those same doubts, so why should she be treated differently? According to Rousey, the long layoff may have actually helped her. She claims her body has had time to recover, her mind has grown stronger, and her martial arts knowledge is deeper than ever before. She believes what made her elite was never just physical power, but timing, instincts, and technique. In her own words, she says she is more dangerous now than ever. But critics aren't ignoring the past. The last time Ronda fought, Amanda Nunes destroyed her in just 48 seconds. Before that, Holly Holm shocked the world with a famous head kick knockout that ended Ronda's title reign. Those losses changed everything, and many fans believe the sport has evolved too much for her to return at the top level. Still, Ronda's legacy cannot be denied. She was the first true female superstar in UFC history. She helped bring women's MMA into the mainstream, headlined huge events, and dominated opponents with terrifying speed. At her peak, her armbar was one of the most feared weapons in combat sports. Fighters like Kat Zingano, Sarah McMahon, and Beta Correa all found out the hard way. Now fans are comparing her to the new generation. Especially undefeated PFL champion Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota is everything modern MMA demands: fast, technical, explosive, and ruthless. She holds a perfect record and has become one of the most dangerous strikers in women's MMA. Her Muay Thai style, knockout power, and non-stop pressure have made many believe she could challenge the UFC elite immediately. That has created the fantasy debate everyone wants answered: prime Ronda Rousey versus Dakota Ditcheva. If Ronda closes the distance early, secures the clinch, lands the judo throw, and gets the fight to the mat, the armbar danger is instant. But if Dakota controls range, uses knees, elbows, movement, and striking pressure, Ronda could face the same problems that Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes exposed. The entire matchup comes down to one word: distance. If Ronda gets close, she can win. If Dakota keeps it standing, the younger striker may take over quickly. That is why fans remain split. So now the question is simple: is Ronda Rousey truly more dangerous than ever, or is this comeback one step too far? Because once the cage door closes, there are no interviews, Stop scrolling right now because one of the most dangerous veterans in women's MMA just sent a brutal warning to the undefeated queen of violence. And this time, it wasn't hype. It wasn't media talk. It was personal. The woman making the threat was Liz Carmouche, a pioneer of the sport, a former world champion, a battle-tested finisher, and now the target is Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated knockout machine taking over the PFL. Carmouche didn't hesitate. She made it clear that if Dakota stands across from her,
fitting that you're here. We just talked to the bantamweight champion a moment ago, Raquel Pennington. Obviously, you're a factor now in this UFC bantamweight division.
You're damn right I am.
A huge statement. Let's hear the case. Like, you want the title fight next? Do you think you
yeah,
deserve
of course
it?
I do. Listen, I don't think it's not like I'm 1-0. You know, like I've had a ton of fights. I have 2 Olympic gold medals, which nobody else in the sport can say.
It's true.
And now is my time. I'm the best. I know I'm the best. It doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter where. If I have to wait, I'll wait. I trust the UFC. I trust their vision. But I'm ready. And come hell or come high water, I'm going to be UFC champ.
she's in serious trouble. Suddenly, one of the biggest fights in women's MMA might be getting real. Let's understand why this matters. Liz Carmouche is not some random contender chasing attention. She was in the first women's UFC title fight ever against Ronda Rousey. She became Bellator champion. She just captured major gold again in the PFL tournament. Her resume is built on pressure, violence, and years of fighting elite competition. She owns 25 professional wins, multiple finishes, and more high-level experience than almost anyone in the division. While many fighters talk, Liz has lived through wars. She has fought champions, contenders, legends, and survived every kind of chaos the cage can create. That's why her warning hit differently. She didn't say Dakota is overrated. She didn't pretend Dakota is easy work. She acknowledged the hype, then promised she would be the real challenge Dakota has never faced. According to Carmouche, Dakota has talent, speed, and momentum, but she hasn't yet dealt with someone who can drag her into deep water and keep her there. That's veteran confidence speaking. Liz believes that once the fight gets ugly, experience takes over. Now let's talk about Dakota Ditcheva, because she is no ordinary prospect. She is 15-0 undefeated, one of the most explosive finishers in women's MMA, and arguably the biggest star PFL has built in years. Dakota doesn't just win fights. She destroys people. Body shots, knees, combinations, relentless pressure, cold finishing instinct. Opponents enter the cage with a plan and usually leave broken before the final bell. She's young, fast, technical, and carries the kind of aura that makes divisions nervous. That is exactly why Liz wants her. Beating Dakota wouldn't just be another win. It would shake the entire sport. Dakota represents the future. She represents